Hey everyone, welcome back to Dark Facts 2.0. My name, Candace. When women want sex, they do this. It's rarely obvious and almost never direct. Most guys miss it because they're watching for bold moves. Not subtle signals in this video will break down 6 things women quietly do when they want sex, even if they never say it out loud. 1. She starts to challenge your time. When a woman wants to feel close to you physically, she'll often start by nudging at your schedule. It's not always a seductive whisper, sometimes it's casual sarcasm like, "Wow, you're really busy lately," or "Guess. I need an appointment now, huh?" This isn't a complaint, it's a test. She's not mad, she's measuring your availability. When a woman feels desire, the first thing she evaluates is access, and if she can fit into your world without forcing it. But here's the twist. She'll phrase it like a joke. Most guys miss it. They think she's being dramatic or clingy. But no, she's just checking if there's still room for her in your orbit. So they'll often express longing indirectly if she's referencing your time in passing. She's not being nosy. She's checking the temperature. She's scanning whether her presence would be welcomed or burdensome. She wants to feel prioritized. Even if it's unspoken, when you pick up on this cue and make space for her, she sees it as emotional safety, which deepens. Her attraction to her physical clumsiness becomes intentional. Suddenly, she's accidentally brushing your arm. She moves in too close. While passing behind you, she laughs and leans forward, touching your knee like she's steadying herself from the force of her own humor. But this isn't just about affection. It's about permission when a woman is interested. Physically, one of the first things she does is create plausible deniability. Tiny touches that could still be nothing. Why? Because she doesn't want to appear desperate or obvious. Even now, many women have been conditioned to make the first move without owning the first move, so these little touches, that's her giving you the green light while still being able to say, "Oh, that didn't mean anything." If you don't reciprocate, miss that cue and she won't risk doubling down. Physicality is her way of checking for mutual desire without verbalizing it. These soft touches are not casual. They are calculated but gentle invitations she wants you to notice but not call it out explicitly. She's reading your energy to see whether you match her pace. If you ignore or misinterpret it, she may interpret that as rejection even if it wasn't intended, so her body language becomes a whisper. Testing your awareness and emotional intelligence. 3. She starts speaking in future tense fantasies. This one's subtle. You're sitting on the couch and she suddenly says, "We'd probably be terrible roommates, you'd hog the covers," or if we went on. Just hypotheticals, they're invitations. She's imagining scenarios that put you two in emotionally and physically intimate proximity. She's visualizing you in her space, in her life, often in her bed without saying it out loud. That future tense, it's a signal she's trying to see. If the idea of closeness excites you or scares you, most guys hear those lines and just joke back. If you realize she's mapping comfort zones, she doesn't just want sex, she wants the feeling of it starting early in shared fantasy. It's not just flirtation, it's architecture. She's building a mental image where the two of you already belong to each other in some soft, unspoken way, and she's watching how you respond to the idea of being closer, not just physically, but emotionally. She wants to know, will you lean in or laugh it off? Because your reaction tells her whether to keep imagining or to pull back for her texting. Style turns poetic, but she won't admit it. You'll notice something shift. Her messages will have more rhythm, more warmth, and occasionally weirdly vivid imagery. The rain makes me want to just curl up and disappear, or work is draining me, I need something or someone to spark me back to life. These aren't updates, they're emotional drafts. She's not being dramatic, she's inviting depth and sensuality. In a disguised format, she's testing whether your brain catches the emotional undercurrent. It's like she's humming a melody to see if you know the words, if you only reply to what she said, and not the energy underneath. She'll pull back. This isn't just texting, it's emotional signaling. She's offering vulnerability in layers. She's saying, "I'm in a mood that's open to intimacy, can you match it?" She might talk about how the moon makes her restless or how music is hitting different lately. Those aren't just musings, they're projections of desire, but she's watching if you meet her wavelength or stay surface level. She wants connection that feels felt, not just heard. 5. She mirrors your withdrawal but stays in orbit. This one confuses men the most. You get busy, you text less, you stop pursuing, and she doesn't chase you, but she doesn't disappear either. She lingers, she watches your stories, she reacts to memes, she sends random photos without context. She's not keeping you as a backup, she's signaling that she still wants you, but she wants you to close the space. Why? Because in her mind, sexual closeness isn't just about the body, it's about rhythm. She's telling you, "I'm still here," without being the one to initiate direct intimacy. This liminal space, the almost flirting, is her way of giving you permission to reignite the spark, but without risking outright rejection. A lot of men think she lost interest. In reality, she's circling, hoping you'll land. She's offering breadcrumbs, back to her without saying please follow them. This is her version of seduction. At a distance, she's hoping you'll decode the subtle signs and re-engage. Before she decides it's too much effort to wait, she's present. But quiet, inviting, but not chasing. If you understand that dance, you unlock a deeper level of connection. She becomes extremely aware of your sensory world. Suddenly she's asking questions that sound almost trivial. What kind of cologne is that? Or do you always smell like that soap? Or do you like it? When someone plays with your hair, these aren't idle curiosities. They're preludes. When a woman wants you physically, she starts to place herself into your senses, subtly trying to become part of your touch, your scent, your soundscape. She's not asking these questions because she's making conversation. She's trying to connect with the way you experience pleasure. She's gathering information, not to manipulate you, but to find the bridge between her attraction and your receptivity. Most guys just think she's being cute, but she's already halfway. In her mind, she's exploring you not just as a person, but as an experience. She's imagining how it feels to be close to you in those small, specific ways: your breath, your scent, your skin, your reactions when she asks these seemingly innocent questions. She's also making mental notes. What makes you relax? What makes you react? What draws your attention? These sensory signals are her way of rehearsing intimacy with you before it happens. She wants to be memorable, not just visually, but emotionally and physically across all the senses.